And with it, the level of competition has intensified. Who will step up next? Welcome everybody to NXT. And a lot of action still to come here tonight on the campus of Full Sail University. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Crazy, wild, psychotic. Nikki Cross is in the center of the ring. What is on her mind?
I'm not sure I want to know, honestly.
Come out and play. Let's be friends, Ruby. Come on. Come on, Ruby.
Well, Ruby Riott is out here right now staring down Nikki Cross.
You didn't have to ask too many times.
Hey. Ruby Riott taking down Nikki Cross. Cross calling Ruby Riott out here, and she got a fight. Look at Cross go all over Ruby. These two have become obsessed with each other.
Cross and Riott furious.
Oh. Ever since TakeOver, these two have been eyeing each other up.
Oh! They're battling for the crazy title.
Yeah, they're both gonna win. And the steal.
Both girls unhinged. High up there on the cuckoo scale.
And the officials are out here trying to break this thing up, trying to break up this fight. We got some security out here, but these two can't be pulled apart.
Man, this is serious. Come on, man, look at this.
Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross won't back down from each other.
Teeth bared, bad intentions. It's going to take an army to keep these two apart.
Oh! Took down a security guard in the process.
I wouldn't want to get involved.
Right in the face of Ruby Riott into the steal.
These two hate each other with a passion.
The Cross is all over Riott, and Riott trying to just battle back here, taking more shots at Cross. Somebody's got to do something about this. Get these two away from each other.
Let's get some more referees, some security outside.
You got 6, 7 guys having a hard time separating these two.
These two can't be contained.
Look at this.
And Nikki Cross taking a swipe there at Ruby.
That just shows you how much animosity is built up between Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott.
Somehow, some way, these girls are going to get their hands on each other again.
I hope we can somehow get things settled here as we're just kicking off NXT. I'm surprised. Are you surprised at how quickly these two have just gone off and become obsessed with each other?
Well, I don't know. When you think about their personality, it's almost as though they're designed for each other. You see ships passing in the night. There's no way these ships are going to pass.
They're almost two of a kind, Tom. I'm sorry, but I mean, you can see this coming to a head for sure.
We are just getting started here on NXT. Welcome in NXT. Tom Phillips along with Nigel McGuinness and Percy Watson. Still to come tonight, Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black. They will be in action, but also the second ever defense of the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Tyler Bate defends against Jack Gallagher.
But let's take you back to last week as the NXT champion Bobby Roode was interrupted by the return of Hideo Itami.
After being sidelined for several months, Itami was finally back on NXT and didn't waste any time making a statement to the NXT champ. Bobby Roode, who was hit with the go to sleep and left knocked out in the ring, is standing by with our very own Caleb Braxton to get his reaction about the return of Hideo Itami.
Bobby Roode, last week on NXT, Hideo Itami...
Okay, just stop, okay? Just stop. Because I know where you're going with this, okay? Last week was a cowardly and unprovoked attack by Hideo Itami on your champion. That's what it was. You see, Hideo Itami hasn't been around here in a while, and obviously things have changed. You see, this is my NXT. And if Hideo wants to get in the ring and challenge me, he can, all day long. I don't really care, but if he thinks he's gonna get in the ring and challenge me for my NXT championship, well, he's gonna have to earn that glorious opportunity.
El ídolo!
Tell you what, Bobby Roode, whether you like him or not, making a good point. Hideo Itami is going to have to earn his opportunity at the glorious NXT Championship. But speaking of which, here comes Andrade Almas looking for all the glory and the spotlight here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 210 pounds, Andrade Almas.
Andrade Almas, as he gets himself set, putting the spotlight back on himself here on NXT inside Full Sail University. Coming up next, Almas goes one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. This match is next.
NXT is the next generation, and the next generation has arrived.
NXT, the future is now.
We are live at Full Sail University. Over the last year, NXT has grown into a major force. NXT is taking over.
You could be looking at some future Hall of Famers competing here tonight.
How impressive and how exciting the future of WWE is.
NXT redefined the sports entertainment landscape.
The future is now.
NXT, the future is now. Available now online or wherever books are sold. What goes around, retaliation comes around. The hunter becomes the hunted. By any means necessary. You better have eyes. Justice in the back of your head. It's better to give redemption to receive. You'll get your retribution. An eye for an eye. In one word. Payback.
And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre.
2 weeks ago, Drew McIntyre made his return to WWE, his first ever appearance on NXT, and tonight he's going to face off against one of NXT's best in Almas. Percy, you've known McIntyre a long time. This is a man who's been pining to get back here to NXT, to WWE. He has one thing on his mind, the NXT Championship.
Without a doubt. And this is a man that is all business all the time. I gotta say, I think Andrade is gonna have his hands full tonight.
His very first match here on NXT, Drew McIntyre really laid out Oney Lorcan. Lorcan brought a big-time fight, but Nigel, it got physical.
It got very physical. I remember Lorcan coming to me beforehand, saying that this was going to be his night. He came out with a fire lit under him. At the end of the day, McIntyre put it out.
Andrade better put that cavalier attitude to the side tonight, or it's going to be a wrap for him. I'm telling you, because Drew, he's just too strong. The guy's been around for a long time. He knows what he's doing.
On top of that, McIntyre's far more motivated, it appears, in the moment. The question for Andrade Cien Almas, is he more concerned about the match or what he's doing later that night? Now, McIntyre and Almas.
It's okay.
Kilo.
It's not okay. This is going to catch up with it.
He's taking his time, Percy. He knows what he's doing.
Drew McIntyre is not the one you want to pull those antics with.
Well, you might be right about that one.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. On McIntyre, the bigger man, launching Almas into the ropes, and he's just hanging out. Oh, there's a boot.
Told you, Nigel.
Certainly stepping off the wrong foot. We've seen that with Almas before, though. Oh. Don't worry, he'll turn it around soon enough.
And McIntyre climbs back inside the ring, and Almas finding some safe haven outside of it. But here comes the Scotsman.
Oh, man.
McIntyre just aggressive. Not giving Almas any chance to recuperate. Oh!
Face first off the steel stairs.
Well, there you go. What did I tell you? When the opportunity arises, Almas takes it.
Well, we saw how focused Almas was last week in his matchup against Danny Burch. He brought it. He showed exactly how bad he can be, but he's really gonna have to be on his A game here tonight. Wow.
Almost that third generation Lucha Libre star has the tenure. But does he want it as much as McIntyre?
Oh! Shots to the back of the neck there and a kick out.
Just a one count. That's showing something. McIntyre just such a big individual. 6'5". Up there at 250, 255 pounds. But boy, can he move. Looking for the double knees. Oh! Have a slap instead.
Well, we saw Lorcan attempt to slap McIntyre a few weeks ago, and that did not work out well.
Ooh. You see Drew's eyes after that slap?
Just ticked him off.
I believe so.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, look at McIntyre. McIntyre winding up. McIntyre throwing all his weight into the corner.
This is the Drew McIntyre I'm used to right here.
And McIntyre dropping Almas.
Almost in trouble, there's no doubt about it. Got to turn things around, though.
Now Almas able to create a little breathing room.
Chop exchanges and a forearm. You don't want to trade with McIntyre.
Uh-oh, catching Almas into a power slam.
Man. Calling for it.
We saw how he beat Lorcan before with that boot. There it is! Hit it again!
Cover here on Almas, and Drew McIntyre is on a roll.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
There's no doubt about it, an impressive win for McIntyre. On the short track to a title opportunity, without a doubt.
Drew McIntyre, very impressive in his second outing, and almost, well, he paid for it as he's trying to just hang out in this match.
There we are, he came over, I thought for the double knees instead. Slap, take a look though there into those eyes. That man, he said that's enough.
And then Drew McIntyre, boom, right there on the jaw. That would take out Almas, who I'm sure will be looking for some solace later on tonight. Drew McIntyre said it. If I have to beat everyone on the roster, I'm gonna do it. I am here for one thing, the NXT Championship.
Now let's take you backstage to our general manager, William Regal, who's standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we witnessed earlier on, it seems as though Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott have some differences they need to settle. Well, they're going to get the chance to settle those differences. They will be competing in a one-on-one match later on this evening.
It's going to be Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross later tonight. Also, the WWE United Kingdom Championship is on the line as Tyler Bate defends his title against Jack Gallagher tonight on NXT. And one of the brightest stars in NXT has continued to make an impact since arriving here. And tonight, we take a very special look at NXT superstar Roderick Strong.
I mean, I really never thought I'd be down here again. Just for me, it's easier, I guess, to run from those emotions sometimes. Because I'm so far removed. But I'm hard-headed and I like to feel I'm emotionally past a lot of things and I need to be before I can move on. And I don't know if that's necessarily true or not.
Roderick Strong has been everywhere and done everything. He belongs here in NXT. I can guarantee you that.
I'm the most precise, aggressive, intense wrestler that's been in this business in a very long time.
Roderick Strong, a veteran, competed all over the world, won titles in every division he's been in.
Work is what I do. And I'm gonna show the NXT universe that I am exactly what I said I am. And that is a champion. I feel like I haven't let people in enough. I feel like I haven't told my story because the timing wasn't ready yet. You know, I've heard a lot of people say, when they see me, they envision that classic kid in high school that was good at everything and seemed to have that perfect life. And you know, honestly, it's completely different. To create this life, I had to overcome a lot of things, so I think that's the biggest misconception of me. We're in Riverview, whereas I spent majority of my life. I didn't have a traditional family life. I didn't have a traditional childhood. My parents, for the longest time, they had a very toxic and violent relationship. My mom had a drug issue, and my dad alcohol, but my dad lived that rock and roll lifestyle. It was not normal for a kid that was in a perfect world. I used to babysit myself there, you know? I used to stay up all night, eye out the window with a BB gun, just waiting for my parents to come home when my mom would be gone weeks on end, and my dad would play and get home from the bar at like 4:30, 5. My dad was sitting down watching television after they had been arguing, and my mom, you know, shot him on the right side of his chest, collapsed his lung and put him in a very tough situation. Obviously, I'm assuming there was drugs and alcohol involved in this situation, but you know, my mom was furious and wanted to leave, and my dad didn't want her to leave. I just knew like the life my dad lived, and I just thought maybe, oh, some random guy at a bar shot him. then you find out. I think what I saw as a child had a lot to do with the fact that, to me, showing how you feel is weak, and it was a protective mechanism that I created in myself. And I've been shy to show who I am because I don't want there to be weakness. Staring at this and just realizing, like, such a life-changing event happened, it's a crazy, crazy feeling. My mom still, through everything, kept this house. Oh, yeah. People become the product of their environment. They become that person. You weren't gonna move out of those trailer parks. You know, you weren't gonna be able to beat an addiction. She built a resilient person, like someone that's not just gonna give up. She didn't give up, so yeah, it's awesome.
I always tell him to make a difference, because it's important to do that in your life. I'm so proud of him that it's just overwhelming.
No one was gonna be able to stop me from being something that I knew I could be. I knew I would be successful. I just didn't know what it would be that would make me successful. I didn't have anything I wrapped my hands around and fell in love with until I found wrestling. Or my mom's backyard, which I'm gonna take you to my favorite place. This is where my own personal wrestling ring was. One day, my dad got a call from his friend and asked him if he wanted to be a professional wrestler. My dad couldn't afford a babysitter, so guess who was going to wrestling with him? My dad had been trained by Jim Namble Neidhart, and I credit Jim for training me as well. We had a car ride home after training. My dad's like, you know, Jim said if you stuck with this, you'd be good. I mean, I'm 11 or 12 at the time. I'm like, oh my, what? This guy at this level thinks I'll be good at something. After that, Jim started traveling and going on the road, and my dad and his friends were like, we still need to obviously keep training. So we wanted to put together like a pony ring.
Push up on the rope, jump. There you go. Bow. See?
You know, I had an opportunity to learn very, very young, and I was all in. 13 years old is when I realized I was good at wrestling. That was the first time in my life I felt so confident about something. The PC is just a little bit of a step up, but the lessons here, you can't put a value on that. They're really, really priceless. Wrestling was all I wanted. It taught me how to love, and it taught me how to like deal with not everything being okay, but still loving it. I feel like if it would have been anything else, it would have been a little too normal. It's one of those things that I told myself very, very young, I'm gonna do this, and it doesn't matter how long it takes to do it, you're gonna become one of the best to ever do this.
Our very special look at Roderick Strong continues as we look more into the career and personal life of the NXT superstar. Next week, here on NXT.
So really incredible insight into the life of Roderick Strong. I cannot wait to see what he does next here on NXT. And speaking of which, Kona Reeves is up next here in action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing in at 245 pounds, Kona Reeves. his opponent from Amsterdam, Holland, weighing 205 pounds, Aleister Black.
Aleister Black has, in a short amount of time, captivated the NXT universe with his own static presence. Nigel, if you're watching what Aleister Black has done recently, the knockout blow he delivered just 2 weeks ago, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking you better be prepared, because this man certainly is. That Black Mass spinning heel kick knocked his opponent out cold. Maybe one of the quickest victories in NXT history.
I'll tell you what I do. Proceed with caution.
Aleister Black made it very clear when he first arrived on the scene here on NXT. He came to burn it down. We'll see how Kona Reeves fares tonight here in this matchup.
Well, Reeves certainly has somewhat of a size advantage, couple of inches. Question is,
Hey, Kona Reeves not doing what the last opponent of Aleister Black did, was wait, but look at Black unloading here. Oh!
Respect to Kona for bringing the fight to Aleister, but
was that a good decision?
I don't think he had a choice, to be honest with you.
I agree. Get in there while you have the opportunity.
And the official trying to separate these two. It looked like Kona Reeves got a shot in there on the eye of Aleister Black. Uh-oh. Oh, look at the eye. Look at the look from Aleister Black.
Cording hold. That's a cording hold. There's damage to the shoulder there, just holding him tight.
Oh.
And now the strikes come out. That kickboxing background.
Oh! Look at that. Look at this.
And back to that meditative stance. That's got to get in your head, hasn't it? You come at the man with everything you got. He beats you up and then sits down and meditates.
Hey, Aleister Black experienced a lot of pain and suffering in his life, and what I've seen from him so far.
It is Black
Mass! Chalk up another win for Aleister Black.
Here's your winner, Aleister Black.
Devastating. It was like he was playing with an injured animal.
Sudden. That is exactly what Aleister Black is. Watch this. Kona Reeves trying to unload with all his strength. Whoa! Right there into the eyes of Kona Reeves. Aleister Black staring him down and then exploding into the chest. And this spinning kick here would drop Kona Reeves and right back into a meditative state there for a moment.
And here, finally, his Black Mass spinning heel kick caught him right across the jaw. Knocks him out cold. I don't know if I've ever seen such a devastating finishing maneuver in NXT.
The man has been explosive and mysterious. Aleister Black making a statement here tonight.
Hello, I'm Christy St. Cloud with my guest, Ruby Riott. Ruby, since your arrival here at NXT, you have repeatedly clashed with Nikki Cross, including your brawl with her earlier this evening. But in just a moment, you'll get a chance to settle the score when you face Nikki one-on-one.
You're right, Christy. I do keep clashing with Nikki. Because sanity says that they don't conform to society. Sanity says that they rebel against the norm. And I could probably get behind that. I mean, look at me. I don't exactly let anybody tell me who I am. But the problem is, sanity wants everybody else to conform to their ways. And they push it on everyone around them. But what Nikki Cross found out is when I'm pushed, I push back. So tonight, I put this issue to rest, and I push Nikki Cross out of my way on my way to the NXT Women's Championship. And tonight, we start a riot.
Andrade, I got a quick question about your match tonight. Andrade, quick question. Andrade, how do you bounce back from your match tonight against Drew McIntyre?
You go.
How do you bounce back?
You go.
Your match.
Vámonos, Andrade. Let's go. Come on, vámonos.
I guess it's safe to say Almas doesn't seem bothered by the loss to Drew McIntyre earlier tonight. Ruby Riott has become obsessed. Oh no, come on! And Nikki Cross, these two are slated to go one-on-one, and Ruby Riott jumped from behind by Nikki Cross.
But there was almost no way to keep these two apart.
These two in an all-out brawl here. Oh, in the NXT arena, and once again, Nikki Cross going after Ruby Riott.
The referee can't even get them in the ring to start the match.
Oh!
This hatred is palpable between these two.
Neither one of these two can move on from each other. They're obsessed. Oh, no, 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 no. Ruby. Ruby, don't do it! And Ruby Riott not stopping.
The manic Ruby Riott really pushing now. She has the advantage.
Oh! This is turning an all-out fight here at Full Sail.
Oh! Vicious. This is breaking down.
Last time these two battled, the officials and security couldn't even control them.
There's some officials coming out finally now to try and get both these girls in the ring.
Who knows what good they're going to do? These two want to tear each other apart.
Cross almost rabid, furious.
I never thought I'd be able to see someone that would but could go toe-to-toe with Nikki Cross.
Ruby Riott! Oh! And Ruby Riott once again pounding away here on Nikki Cross.
What's going on here?
Security and officials are physically carrying Nikki Cross away from this fight.
Come on, come on, gotta go.
Look at that. I've never seen anything like it.
Get off, Nikki Cross.
Cross is wild.
Knock it off.
Once we restore order to everything here at Full Sail, Tyler Bate will defend his WWE United Kingdom Championship against Jack Gallagher next on NXT.
Asuka, I'm so glad that you could join me here. It seems as though Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott can't settle their differences. But next week I will settle a matter. And that matter is who will be your #1 contender for your NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver Chicago. Because we will be holding a battle royal. And the winner of that battle royal will become the #1 contender.
Championship business going to be decided next week, but we've got the United Kingdom Championship to be decided here tonight on NXT.
And here he is, making his way to ringside. The gentleman, Jack Gallagher.
Gentleman, Jack Gallagher, a man who has competed for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship at WWE Fastlane pay-per-view in the past and has earned himself a title opportunity in the eyes of our general manager, Mr. William Regal.
Certainly a throwback, an homage, if you will, to the lineage of the British history, technical wizardry.
And here is the man with the United Kingdom Championship, Tyler Bate, the man who won the brilliant 48-hour tournament earlier this year in Blackpool, England. And you know, the one thing we talk about with gentleman Jack Gallagher, he's certainly been entertaining, but he can get down in a nasty fight. And Tyler Bate, the young champion, he knows how to bring it in this type of fight.
Yeah, both these guys have a great technical background, but as you said, it gets down to fisticuffs. These guys can do it. You've got to look out for bop and bang. The right and left hand of Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate has already had one defense of the WWE United Kingdom Championship against Trent Seven already here on NXT, and his second one here tonight.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Introducing the challenger from Manchester, England, weighing in at 167 pounds, gentleman, Jack Gallagher. And his opponent, from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the United Kingdom Champion, Tyler Bate.
It is all about the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
Such a prestigious title. I was there in Blackpool for the original crowning. It really does mean a lot. Both these guys are going to pull out all the stops to either retain or become a new champion.
A good sign of sportsmanship here earlier on here in this match, and we've learned the news over the last few weeks and months, and that arriving in the near future, a WWE United Kingdom Championship weekly show is coming exclusively right here on the WWE Network. So a very important defense here for the champion Tyler Bate.
Nice wrist lever there. Reverse out of the pressure, very nice into a wrist lever of his own. Down goes Bate from the pressure.
Bending the arm and the wrist and the elbow there.
Both these guys proficient in catches, catch can. Gallagher actually came out of the snake pit in Wigan.
These guys trying to jockey for position to get the upper hand early.
And Tyler Bate looking a little more rugged than the last time we saw him here on NXT. Nigel, has he changed anything in his approach?
I think it's still the same approach, but it's just that experience as champion. I can speak to that. Just gives you an extra sense of confidence. That's a very pretty way out of a side headlock for sure.
Speaking of confidence, gentleman Jack Gallagher's got that in spades.
Well, Gallagher, no doubt, would have been a shoo-in for the United Kingdom Championship had he not already been with us here in the company.
He competed as a part of the Cruiserweight Classic last summer and a part of 205 Live on a regular basis on the WWE Network in Raw's Cruiserweight division.
Release that monkey grip.
And Bate just trying to reverse the pressure there for a moment.
Shades of Johnny Saint. Very nice.
Johnny Saint, who has become one of the coaches at the WWE Performance Center, imparting his decades of knowledge.
Oh, lovely little single leg there. On the arm drag. Steps over into the wrist.
Wow.
Beautiful. This really is the human game of chess.
And Tyler Bate down to the mat here, and Jack Gallagher able to just manipulate the human body here with the champion in a bad position.
Great arm lever with a backhand.
That might be a cover. The official calling for it in a kick out.
That looks familiar.
It looks painful.
So Tyler Bate looking to collect himself here. And gentlemen, Jack Gallagher has been all business here. We know about William III. He's certainly been amusing, but this man can fight. He brought it to the Cruiserweight champion Neville.
Do you think Jack has to abandon some of the gentlemanliness in order to capitalize here tonight?
Cover here on Bate and a kick out.
I think both these guys can keep it technical if they
Backslide
decide.
here for the title. Now another cover here, and another cover, and that time it's Gallagher able to escape, and into the waiting arms of Tyler Bate. We got a standoff here between Bate and Jack Gallagher. Who will walk away as WWE United Kingdom champion?
This June, get ready to get loud. See Bobby Roode, Asuka, Sanity, and so many more when all the excitement of NXT heads your way this summer. Plus a special appearance by Cruiserweight champion Neville, Jack Gallagher, and more live. WWE presents NXT Live, coming to the Download Festival weekend in Derby and a city near you on the following dates. Tickets are available. For more information, head on over to WWE.com.
The WWE United Kingdom Championship being defended for the second time ever here tonight on NXT. Gentlemen, Jack Gallagher in command of the champion Tyler Bate.
And thus far, it's been mostly a technical affair. We mentioned it at the beginning. Both these guys, if they need to turn it up, they can do it, but thus far, haven't needed it. Oh, look at the torque there on the wrist. Going to keep him there.
Stop right there to the fingers, and we know that Tyler Bate likes to go for the Tyler Driver 97. Going to need all the strength in his arms and grip. Meanwhile, Jack Gallagher, that vicious headbutt and the gentleman's drop kick.
Keeps hold, though, of that wrist lever. Beautiful. People don't really understand how much torque this causes to that shoulder joint and that AC.
Jack and Tyler are extremely proficient here.
Keeps it again. Beautiful.
With manipulating the body.
Simple strategy, but it works. Tyler's going to have to pull something out here.
It's keeping Tyler grounded, too.
Yeah, Bates' first defense ever was against Trent Seven right here on NXT. General Manager Mr. William Regal granting Gallagher this opportunity, and he's got a firm grasp of the champion.
Actually against Trent Seven, his tag team partner. Look at the torque now on this as he pushes that shoulder down, looking to twist that AC joint. Hammerlock with the leg.
God, look at this shoulder.
Again, the arm lever, a version of the arm bar.
Look at the striations in the shoulder here.
Oh, that's a lot of distance to go when it already hurts.
This is how you dislocate or separate a shoulder.
Cover here on Bate and a kick out in time.
Slides out the back door straight again, though, right onto that arm. Great technique. Trying for it.
Bates got so much muscle mass, he was able to protect it. That was an average man. Ooh.
Test of strength now, but there's been some damage done to Bates' left shoulder now.
Unable to muscle Gallagher to the mat, gets the shoulder up, and now pressed back to the mat here for the title. Bate trying to retain his championship, shoulders down again, and Gallagher able to break free.
This is a technical exhibition if I've ever seen one.
Well, look at these two.
Beautiful monkey flip keeps hold. Carries on.
Shoulders down.
Oh.
Look at this.
Those guys bridging up. Great neck strength.
Eye to eye here on the mat.
What a delight to watch. But let's not forget what is on the line here.
That's right. That UK title.
Remember, the title can only change hands by pinfall or submission. Champion's advantage here for Tyler Bate.
Oh!
Bop and bang.
Nigel, you called it.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh!
Wow.
Hesitated into the German and a kick out.
High angle. German suplex. Just couldn't get a good bridge, though. He dropped to his knees instead of pushing off with the front of his toes to get more leverage. But he has the advantage now. It's picked up.
Look at the strength here from Bate, but wait a minute.
Oh, he's hooked him round. He's trying for the double wrist lock. No!
Man.
That's the Jim Breaks special. Crybaby Jim Breaks, true veteran of the British game. A lot of talk on the shoulder and the wrist at the same time. What strength with one arm. Able to get around and out of it.
And now Bate back into the suplex here. Stalls for a moment and dropping Gallagher to retain his title. Shoulders down on Gallagher, who powers out.
Bate is just so strong. The question to me in this match is, can strength beat technique? Smart move from Gallagher, rolling to the apron, getting some of that wind back.
To me, Nigel, it seems like the champ Tyler has the upper hand because he's got a combination of both.
It's a fair point, but he's given him plenty of time to recuperate on the apron here.
Yeah.
Oh! And a big right hand dropping Gallagher to the outside. What's Tyler Bate got in mind here? Tyler Bate! Was that a headbutt?
That was that Gallagher. Football headbutt to the side.
The champion is crumpling in the ring.
Not sure from my vantage point exactly where it landed, but obviously a lot of damage done to the champion. Now Gallagher needs to push. Has the advantage. Does he go back to the technique, though? Does he go back to the wrist and the shoulder? Or does he turn it up now? Could he be looking for that drop kick in the corner? A lot of options.
I think it's time to turn it up.
Oh, and another headbutt. Gallagher collapsing into the cover for the title. Kick out by Bate.
Not loopy. Neither men know exactly where they are, but they know what's on the line, that prestigious United Kingdom Championship. Bate's got to be looking for that Tyler driver, 97. He's weak, though.
But Gallagher appears to be closing in. Oh, big European uppercut there.
Second one from Gallagher, didn't get all of it.
Look at how slow and methodical Jack Gallagher operates.
Oh, and again, a simple wrist lever to take his opponent down. Oh,
wait.
And again, he's looking for the break special.
Once again, this could be a submission attempt here. Tyler Bate, is he gonna tap? No. Oh!
Rolling heel kick, got all, this is it.
Looking for Tyler, driver 97. Got it!
Yes!
Cover! And the champion knocks off Gallagher.
Here is your winner, and still the United Kingdom Champion, Tyler Bate!
You can see who was taking a look at ringside. Wolfgang, Mark Andrews, and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. They're all paying attention to the man with the gold.
Trent Seven there as well. Let's take a look, though, how this one went down. There's that headbutt early on. And landed right on top.
Gallagher had no choice but to collapse into the cover, but Tyler Bate able to stay alive here in this match, and then possibly a submission attempt here, but Bate able to create a little bit of separation here, and then the champion would explode with the Tyler Driver 97.
Another successful defense for this young man. You can't help but see a lot of positive things in his future. But maybe one of these men will play into that future sooner rather than later.
Champ put on a clinic here tonight.
I cannot wait for the United Kingdom Championship weekly show exclusively here on the WWE Network, coming very soon. Tonight, it's all about the champion. Congratulations to Tyler Bate.